Steve Robbins here. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys, quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Melvin was planning the annual meeting of the charity he founded, necktie tying for the elimination of bedbugs. Melvin is good at getting volunteers. He has people to handle promotional giveaways. I really don't want to know what he would give away at this conference. People to set up chairs for breakout sessions, audio-visual presentations, mattress demonstrations, people walking around with complimentary buckets of calamine lotion, and, of course, emergency scissor stations at regular intervals for participants who get carried away and tie their neckties a little too tight. The only problem with the conference is that nobody knew where to be when. In the middle of setting up chairs, the scissor station would have been an emergency. It had no staffer, with 15 necktie nerds waiting to be extracted from the experimental double-handed backwards twist-over knot. Half the staff was panicked while the other half was standing around doing nothing. Melvin called me for help. Fortunately, I had just finished my first lead role as Nathan Detroit in Guys and Dolls. Being my usual compulsively organized self, I had, of course, analyzed and optimized every part of the production that I came in contact with. What is a conference but a simpler version of a play? An event has many moving parts. Every session needs to be set up, audio-visual needs to be arranged, a speaker must be booked, and so on. Participants want a schedule of the events they're in, but organizers need different schedules. The room planner needs a schedule of all the rooms and who's doing the setup, while the speaker organizer needs a schedule of all the speakers. The person in charge of each area could make their own list. The room setup person would have a list of rooms. The speaker booker would have a list of which speakers are where, when, and so on. That would work, but it doesn't necessarily give people any way to quickly see an overview with everything on it. The overview is necessary to coordinate between areas. When I was organizing for the play, I first tried a grid. As you know from Chapter 5, Stay Organized, in my book, Get It Done Guys, 9 Steps to Work Less and Do More, available at your favorite retailer, I love grids. Each row was a scene. Column 1 was the prop to bring on or off, column 2 was the entrance to use, and so on. It was beautifully organized, but it didn't work. Even when I knew which scene we were on, I was never quite sure if I should look in the props column for my props or the cue column to know what line to enter on, or somewhere else. Then a light bulb went off. As I was stumbling around in the dark looking for a replacement bulb, a burst of insight provided the answer. What we want isn't a grid. It's a timeline. What people really want to know at any given moment is what happens next. They just want to know what they should do and where. A timeline is easier to set up than a grid, and it's more powerful. Here's how to set up your own event timeline with a spreadsheet. A copy of my actual timeline spreadsheet for Guys and Dolls is included in this episode's transcript, so you can see exactly how it worked. You need 3 columns. In the very first row of your spreadsheet, type in column titles: Who in column 1, Activity in column 2, and Details in column 3. You'll enter the actual timeline items in the rest of the rows. The first column is the person or people who have to do something. The second column is what they have to do. The third column is what they have to do it to. If Melvin is supposed to put complimentary clip-on neckties on all the chairs in the Rainbow Room, column 1 is Melvin, column 2 is Setup, and column 3 is Neckties in Rainbow Room. Some items you want in everyone's schedule. Things everyone does should show up on everyone's schedule. Some events provide a roadmap for the event. At a conference, the roadmap could be plenary sessions or keynote speeches. For those items, put an asterisk in the Who column. In Guys and Dolls, the scene title and songs were in everyone's schedule since they're the roadmap everyone uses to know where we are in the show. Now comes the fun part. You'll filter the spreadsheet and show only the rows where the Who column matches the name of the person whose activities you want to see. Use the spreadsheet's filtering function to show only those rows. Voila! A completely customized schedule. If Melvin has someone in charge of room setup, instead of filtering the Who column, that person can filter the Activity column to see all of the setup room activities. They will then have a list of all room setups and who is supposed to be doing each setup. All modern spreadsheet programs let you filter a spreadsheet and show only rows that match certain values. Use your spreadsheet program to filter the schedule only for rows that match the name of the person whose schedules you want to see. Use the filter function to show all rows with that person's name or with an asterisk in the Who column. And that way, the schedule shows the event roadmap with the personalized schedule included at the right places. How do you filter your spreadsheet? Here's how to do it in some popular spreadsheet programs. If you're using Numbers for the Mac, click in the table, click Reorganize. First, choose the Who column from the drop-down list under Show Rows That Match the Following, and then tell numbers to match the name of the person whose schedule you want to see. In Excel or OpenOffice, click the upper left cell to select the whole table. Choose the menu item Data, then Filter, and then Autofilter. Now you'll see little down arrows by all of the column headings in row 1. Click the down arrow by the Who column and tell Excel to show all rows matching the person whose schedule you want to see or matching the asterisk. Using a spreadsheet's filter function to maintain your timeline is a super simple way to get customized timelines that can be used to give participants and planners alike an overview of the entire event, showing only the items that they need to know. This is Steve Robbins. Check out this episode's transcript for a copy of the actual scheduling spreadsheet I used for Guys and Dolls. Visit getitdone.quickanddirtytips.com. Work less, do more, and have a great life.